So hello guys, thank you for joining us today. Today we will have a virtual tour to Kenya, and it will be hosted by our student from Kenya, Gertrude Muthomi. So thank you very much, Gertrude, for joining us. And Luisa, do you want to talk a little bit?
Hi everyone. My name is Gertrude Muthomi. I'm 17 years, and I'm really passionate about reading, playing rugby, swimming, and also playing chess. So I'm quite happy enough and jubilant to take you guys to Kenya, and I hope you enjoy. So first and foremost, Kenya is located in Africa at the equator on the far east, close to the source of River Nile, which is Lake Victoria, as you can see from the map. So one of the things that defines Kenya is its flag. So the Kenya flag has 4 colors. We have black, white, red, and green. So black stands for our African color. White stands for peace. Red stands for the blood that our ancestors shed for us as they fought for independence. And green stands for the vegetation in Kenya. So another item that defines Kenya are our tribes. So Kenya has 44 tribes, and they are majorly divided into three major sections: the Bantus, the Nilotes, and the Kushites. So the Bantus are majorly known for their farming. This was their livelihood, and one of their major staple food is sakotash. So sakotash is a mixture of beans and maize, which is quite popular in Kenya, especially in schools. Currently, the Bantus, especially a group called the Agikuyu, they are mainly known for their prowess in entrepreneurship and business. Yes. The next group is the Nilotes. So I really love the Nilotes because they're a really special group. They specialize on livestock keeping that as their livelihood. They also deal with jewelry. As you can see, we have a young lady and a young man known as a Moran who are beautified with jewelry, and that's what they just majorly do. So another thing that I love about the Nilotes is that long time ago, for one to be considered a man, he had to kill a lion. So you kill a lion, then you're considered a man in the community. Yeah, but this kind of tradition, custom has been removed because it's been endangering and depleting the number of lions in Kenya. Another thing about the Nilotes, majorly on the Olympic marathons or generally in the global marathons, the people from Kenya who participate are majorly the Nilotes. We call them the Kalenjins. They are the fastest runners around. We also have the Kushites. So one thing that I also love about the Kushites is their hair. They have really long hair, which is curly. Their livelihood is just the same as the Nilotes. They keep livestock and they move from one place to another. And so we share the same Kushitic group with the other countries, like the Somali country. As we head to our first destination, so we have the Nova Pioneer School, and this is where I school. Yeah. So Nova Pioneer Academies is a Pan-African independent school, and it has its branches in South Africa and Kenya. So for example, the first 3 pictures were taken in South Africa, and the last 2 were taken in the branches in Kenya. So the first academy that was established was in South Africa in 2014. And the first one in Kenya was established in 2014, which was the boys Nova Pioneer High School. Yeah, so I'll take you through the Nova Pioneer Tattoo City, for we have many branches in Kenya, and I'll narrate down to my school. So Nova Pioneer Tattoo City includes the boys and the girls, and it's a boarding school. So I'll take you to the site for the girls. I hope you enjoy. One thing.
Sorry.
Yes.
For how long have you been studying there?
Since 2019, I've been studying here.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Nova Pioneer Tattoo City Girls was established around 2017, and we had our first full school last year, and this is the second year we're having our full school from the first form to the last form. Yeah. So one thing that's special about Nova Pioneer is that compared to the other schools in Kenya, is that we always incorporate culture principles. So we have 6 culture principles we grow by. We have the servant leadership, we have solutions first, we have greater together, always growing, high expectations, and joy of learning. So for example, servant leadership, we are given leadership roles and we are encouraged to serve in these roles and not to misuse them. In solutions first, we are taught not to complain or grumble, but to try to come up with solutions for ourselves. We have greater together where we encourage to work as a team. From the photo here on the screen, you can see we have a group of people, and that's how we majorly do our learning in groups, and we also use technology. We also have high expectations where we're expected to set high standards for ourselves, to be happy with the small deeds that we do. And lastly, we have always growing. Whenever you make a mistake, you learn from it and you continue. Yes. The girls in front of you are the first class in Nova Pioneer Tattoo City, and they just completed their high school this year. Yeah. So as you enter,
Sorry to
yes.
interrupt again. We have a question. What language is spoken in Kenya?
Oh, okay. So as I mentioned earlier before, we have the 3 major sections: the Bantus, the Nilotes, and the Kushite language group. So they have many different languages, but for easier communication, we use English and Kiswahili. And Kiswahili is a Bantu language. Yeah. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you. You can continue.
Okay, so as you enter Nova Pioneer Tattoo City Girls, you're met by the receptionist. So the receptionist welcomes guests and anyone who just wants to visit the Nova School. We also have the workspace, also known as a staff room. So this is where the teachers, this is where they stay. This is where they do their work. This is where we head for our consultations and things like that. This is the environment around our classrooms. We have 3 buildings, one for the first form, the second form, and the third building is a building that has the last 2 forms, the most seniorest forms. So from here, from afar, you can see a green building. So this is our dormitories. So this is where we take our showers, we sleep, we do our laundry and ironing. Yeah.
We have another question, Gertrude. On the Bantu slide, people are asking what's the name of the cloth?
Pardon?
Do you know the name of the cloth worn on the Bantu slide?
Could you kindly type down the question?
Okay, let me type. You can see the chat here. Can you see it or not?
Yeah, I can see it. Okay, so that's a tricky question because I think we have things called the lessons. Lessons are worn by both the men and the women. Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but that's what I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. So we also have the open areas just behind our classroom blocks where students get to go relax there and also to have consultations with our teachers. So we have a section of the library for Nova Pioneer. So I'm one of the student secretaries who help take care of the library. So it's just a small section here. So we have where students could just come take a book and read at the bean bags and the couches and the chairs. And we also have reading rooms where people who want to seriously do their studies go to read from. We also have the auditorium. So the auditorium is a multi-purpose building. So here is where we keep our sports equipment like the balls. Here's where we also take our meals, and here's where we have our school meetings. Yeah, so just behind the auditorium, we have the tennis court, pardon me, the basketball court, the volleyball court, and also the netball court. Yeah. So as we head on, earlier on I had mentioned we have the Nova Pioneer girls and the Nova Pioneer boys. So we're in the same compound, but we're separated, as you can see. So the field separates us from the boys. So from this view, you can see the boys' auditorium. You can see the football pitch, also the rugby pitch, and the tennis court. Yes. Just next to the tennis court, we have the warehouse or the gym. So this is mostly used by the boys where they just go and lift weights. And it's also a warehouse to keep our drama festivals, arts and designs. So our high school is also next to our primary school, and the primary school students come for a swim in a place. So we have a baby swimming pool and there are changing rooms. Yeah. We also have the big pool. So the big pool is around 30 meters in length, and here's where we majorly swim on. So from the angle of where it was taken from the girls' changing room. And we also have the boys' changing room, the terraces where the audience can just stay and look at the swimmers. So here's a picture of me and my coaches. So on the one on the left is our head coach. He coaches on most sports, make sure people are participating. He's also our PE teacher. And the coach on the right, she's our swimming coach, and I really admire her. Yeah. So we head to our next destination. So our next destination is Nairobi National Park. So Nairobi National Park is the world's only wildlife capital. I mean, it's located near the heart of Kenya's capital, which is Nairobi. So this gives you a chance to drive from the busy city and just head over to the park. Nairobi National Park is fenced all throughout except on the southern part, which allows the animals to migrate to and from the park. So, for example, during the wet season, the herbivorous animals migrate to the Kitengela Plains, which is away from Nairobi National Park. And then during the dry season, they migrate back into the park. So if they migrate back to the park, then this will attract other animals like the lions, the cheetahs, and the leopards. Yeah. So about the history of Nairobi National Park. So it was officially established in 1946, and its main aim was to conserve the wild animals. So long ago, the people used to interact with the animals. Uh, so pardon me. So long time ago, we used to interact with the wild animals. So this brought conflicts between the humans and the animals. For the Nilotes and the Nilotes would graze their animals next to the animals. The Bantus would just do their farming there. And during the night, the residents of the city would carry their guns to protect themselves from the lions' attacks. So a man called Merivin Cowie started to notice that the number of animals was depleting. So he campaigned to the British government. For the British colonized us Kenyans, so he campaigned to them for the reserve for the animals to be a national park. So they accepted his request and they made the Nairobi National Park and they officially established it in 1946. So as you head inside, you'll see quite many different animals and just within the vicinity of the Nairobi city. So on the first photo on your left, you can see a construction ongoing. So the Kenyan government is building a railway line just to cross over the Nairobi National Park, which I think is really good for anyone who's traveling around. They may have the chance to see these beautiful animals. Um, we also have other animals like the ostriches, the rhino, the zebras, and the buffalo, the jackals. And lastly, we have the lions and the lionesses. So this is my really favorite animal from the number of times I've gone there. The lions are really protective of their cubs, and the lion majorly is not always around the lionesses most of the time. Yeah. So uh, some of the sceneries here's some of the sceneries you can enjoy in Nairobi National Park. So it's quite encouraged of you to come during the morning and during the evening because this is when the time the animals are out. They don't do well in the afternoon heat, so they avoid being there like around 12 or 1 p.m. And just inside Nairobi National Park, we have the giraffe Mano. It's at the edge of the Nairobi National Park. So it was previously owned by a few of the British people. Uh, so one of the owners of this manor had noticed that the Rothschild type of giraffe was depleting, like they were getting extinct. So they decided to buy some of them and rear them here, which brought to the giraffe manor. So from here, you get a chance to have your breakfast and sometimes your lunch and afternoon tea with the giraffes, which is a really nice experience just staying at the wild, and they are quite friendly. You can also have some sports. We have a swimming pool also where you can get to enjoy the view. We have the spa also, and an elephant orphanage around where you get to interact with elephants. So other destinations in Kenya that we have is in the northern Kenya. So the northern Kenya is more arid than the other sides of Kenya. So you can just come here to enjoy the sand dunes. We also have a lake in the northern Kenya called Lake Turkana. And just below you can see a crater which was formed there. We also have the open semi-arid areas, yeah, where you just hire a launch, then you just stay there for a week by yourself or your family. So this is at the beach of Lake Victoria, and they're mostly Manyata houses. This is where people of long time ago used to live, and they still live there. So Kenya has many national parks. I wanted to show all of them, but I didn't think that would be able to. So this is one of our major national parks, which is Masai Mara. So Masai Mara is part of the 7 wonders of the world due to the migrations of the wild beasts, which also attract other animals like the lions and the cheetahs and the leopards. We also have the big five here, the elephant, the rhino, also the lion, and the cheetah and leopards. So with just a quick flight, you can take from any airport in Kenya, you can arrive at Masai Mara. And we also have the hot air balloons where you get to see the view properly. We also have the lounges and the hotels here. Yeah. So Kenya also borders the Indian Ocean. So if you wanted to go to the coast, this is what you'd expect to find. We also have unique islands like the Chile Island, which has a unique structure of a big cave with a hole in the middle, which is quite a beautiful place to be. We also have Central Africa. So here's where you can enjoy the plains, the hills, also the Rift Valley. So we have the Menengai crater, we have Nanyuki, and we just have quite many hills around here. And just in the middle of it all, we have Mount Kenya. So unlike all the other parts in Kenya, we have the snow-capped mountain. So it's the only place in Kenya that has snow, and just at the bottom of it, we have the Mount Kenya National Park where we also have animals. Yeah. So I'm done with my tour, and thank you so much for listening to me. Yeah.
Thank you, Gertrude, for showing us Kenya from your perspective. Do you guys have any questions for her? I see that we have some message here. Are the Cushites the same with those mentioned in the Bible? Do you know that answer, Gertrude?
So the Cushites that were mentioned in the Bible are mostly from Ethiopia. Ethiopia is just the country above us. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so Tamara said this information is that you know your stuff. Linda, I feel well represented as a Kenyan. That was amazing. I didn't know Kenya was so incredible. I think just comments. So everyone congratulating you, Gertrude. Thank you very much. Is there any questions?
Rafael, can I ask one?
Sure.
So, firstly, amazing job on your presentation. I think there was a very, very cool presentation. I think that's probably a lot of information to take in, and you did a great job explaining it. So, hats off to you for that. But one question. So you showed us how like Nairobi National Park's like very close to Nairobi, right? So what are like some of the repercussions of like having a national park so close to a city, like especially with all the noise and like probably I don't know how much pollution like comes from Nairobi, but there must be something.
Um, that's a really nice question, Mr. Tejas. So we have the KWS. So it's a Kenya Wildlife Service. So these people, they are the ones who help take care of the national park. And it's a bit, okay, there is a lot of noise pollution. They are quite, it's also situated next to an airport called Wilton Airport. So you see many planes flying over. So I'm not really sure, but when it comes to the conflicts between the humans and the animals, the KWS solves this issue quite quickly. Um, for instance, there was a time where some lions escaped the national park, which was quite traumatizing, but the KWS were immediately into action and they solved the issue. But concerning the noise pollution, I don't think there's any caution because yes, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Also, follow up question: have you ever been to the Giraffe Manor yourself?
Pardon?
Have you ever been to the Giraffe Manor yourself?
No, but most of my friends have been there. The closest I've been there is a giraffe center, which is just a neighbor to the giraffe manor. Yeah, it's a replica of it.
So that means there are like many of these like manors and like close to Nairobi.
The manor is one, but there are many giraffe centers around. Yeah, I guess two of them. Yeah.
I think Linda says that it isn't close to major industry, so the animals don't suffer from pollution. That's very cool. That's really nice.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other question? Please.
I do have one for you, Gertrude. Firstly, you did an amazing job on the presentation. I really enjoyed it. And you showed us a lot of different places from Kenya. But which one is your personal favorite and why?
So my favorite place in Kenya is it's Amboseli National Park. So it's just like any other park, but I have a special memory with it because there was this one time an elephant, a mother elephant with a child was about to attack us. So I found that experience really interesting and that became my favorite spot. Although I wasn't able to put it in the slides, Nairobi National Park and Masai Mara compensated for it.
Oh, but wait a minute. The elephant was about to attack you and you felt happy about it.
No, okay, so no, it
I
was
mean,
just the adrenaline, the way we
excitement.
drove the car very fast, yeah.
Yeah, no, I get you. I was just messing around. No worries. So, guys, is there any other question? No? Everything's okay? So, okay, thank you, Gertrude, for showing us Kenya from your perspective. It was a great presentation. So I will just give you guys a little update from the week that you guys are working on your reports, right? So for tomorrow, you guys are you are supposed to send us the complete draft of your report. So make sure to submit it via Turnitin, okay? So it's a different way to submit your report. via Turnitin, we will be able to check, I forgot the word right now. If you are doing your right job, not copy pasting all the information that you're getting from your source. So make sure to submit your document via Turnitin, okay? Yes, plagiarism. Thank you, Emilia. Yes, we will check for plagiarism. So make sure to submit your document via Turnitin. And also make sure to get together with your team and start working on your complete report. And you guys will need to submit it on Friday, November 19th, okay? So we are about to finish the report. We are almost finishing the semester, guys. It has been very fast, right? So make sure to get together with your team and finish your work. And we are about to end the whole semester. After you finish and submit your final report, you'll be starting to work on your presentations, so video presentations, but more information will be sent throughout next week. Okay, do you guys have any questions regarding the program? Everything's clear? Okay, then thank you guys. Thank you, Gertrude, for showing us Kenya, and I hope you guys have a great week. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Wait, we have a question for Eva. What are we going to do next week? This next week, you guys are supposed to be working on your final report. So you already have a complete draft, so improve that draft so you can have the final reports, okay? Oh, on Saturday, okay. We will have our last virtual cooking class. Okay, for more information, I will send on Thursday. We don't have yet a country on where we will have this virtual cooking class. Actually, would you like to be the cooker? If you want to be the cooker, just send me a message and we can arrange. Okay, thank you guys. See you next weekend. Bye-bye.